Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the CATKing's NMAT daily series. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the placements at NMIMS Mumbai. That's SBM, School of Business Management, NMIMS Mumbai. Since everybody has a lot of these questions, is the ROI justified for NMIMS? It's an expensive college. The fees is very high. The application fees is also very high. Agreed. Yes, I'm not denying that. Yes, the fees is high. The admission process fees is also high, but trust me guys, it's all an investment. You don't believe me, just check out the actual stats of the placements of the last batch which has just graduated. It's all officially available on their website as well, but I know we don't take in that much of efforts to go and see all of them. So this video will help you guys to get a fair idea about the placements in terms of the package details and all of them. Any other questions pertaining to NMIMS, life at NMIMS, specific things which you think which are bothering you, which puts you into a question mark, is this place right for me or not? Feel free to drop in on the comments. I would love to pick that up and, address all of those questions for all of you guys who are aiming for an MBA from a top college and NMAT aspirants, especially all of you guys. All right. So let's look at the stats, all of them. So if you see for any college, when you compare the placements, the first thing that comes to mind is what is the average package, right? So here what we have seen is the average package domestic. Okay, I'm not talking about the international packages here. The average package is 18.33, which is very good. Okay, it's definitely comparable to some of the good colleges, like for example, people always compare it with the new IIMs and symbiosis, IIFTs, IMT, all of these. So it is definitely higher than all of these colleges, right? So 18.3 lakhs average CTC is brilliant when it comes to domestic. The highest CTC was 38.5 lakhs per annum, and trust me, this is reality, it's true. It's given by Google. I know the student also who's been able to crack that Google campus as from the placements, which is an amazing package and an amazing profile. All right. The highest CTC international. When you see international, obviously the packages are higher. So the international highest package has been 58.61 lakhs per annum. All right. This is about the highest, the average, the what you are looking at. You should also know a fact about what are the various companies which come on campus, the kind of profiles that are offered and all of them. So let's have a look at the same as well. All right, so now if you look at the core campus, okay, we are talking about the MBA core program of Mumbai, not the rest of the pre-GDM analytics of the other programs. Out of the entire batch which was there, the 44% of the students have got PPOs and PPIs, which is a very huge chunk. Okay, PPOs is, when you do your summers, you have amazing brands and companies coming on board. What works best is, it's grilled into us. I mean, we are trained by our place commerce, by our seniors. A lot of my batchmates or juniors or alumni would probably relate to this fact is, when you're on campus, you tend to hate all of this. Like, why are they so strict with us? Why do they want us to do series of trainings and series of preparation sessions, batch prep, all of these things? But that is what prepares you when you go on board for summers. And the second thing is, because you're always told, you have to fight for your place, you have to fight for it, whatever, no matter what comes on board, you learn to make sure you make the 2 months of summers really good. So that is a big number. 44% of the batch getting pre-placement offers, pre-placement interviews right after your summers. Okay, on campus, there are total 148 recruiters from all the various sectors, 37 new recruiters coming on board this year. That means if for different companies we are getting on board as a recruitment, as a preferred college, definitely there is something right going on the campus, right? It's also because of the kind of profile the colleges, the students that are coming on board, and the companies which are coming at as well also. All right, out of the PPOs and all of these recruiters, if you look at the placements, since let's not look at the average or the highest for the batch, top 50 students have got a package of 29 lakhs per annum. Top 100 students are in the range of 26 lakhs package. Top 150 students are in the range of 23 lakhs per annum. Top 200 are in the 22 lakhs package. That means half the batch is at 22 lakhs per annum. So for all the people who end up saying, कि यार बहुत ही expensive college है, you work on your profile, make yourself equipped enough to be falling into the bracket of top 50 to 100. It's all in your hands, that's what's there. So don't rely solely on the company or the college. The college can get you a top brand, but getting placed there, it's your responsibility to also work towards it. All right, so please guys, understand all of those things and make yourself the best out of the batch. I always suggest your target should be that you have to be in the top 2% of the batch, right? So if you're looking at that, then you're definitely a 29 lakhs package, right? So that's what you need to make sure you are keeping in mind and working towards that. Okay. Secondly, if I look at which are the various sectors, okay, why let's do understand the sectors is because you need to know ki, kaun se sectors mein people are working. Should I look for sales? Should I look for marketing? And a lot of people have this misconception ki MBA at NMIMS is only good for finance. So that's not the case. I have done my marketing from there. You have a lot of FMCG, FMCD companies coming in. I'll show you guys the list of the companies and recruiters as well also. And these are companies which have a very high PPO policy. All of these, Maricos, ITC, Britannia, L'Oreal, all of them have a very high PPO policy. Pidilite especially. In fact, Pidilite is one of the biggest recruiters at NMIMS, right? So they have a 58% PPO policy. Rest is on campus placements for the final batch which we are talking about, right? Then you have your BFSI sector, which is all the banking sector, which you have JP Morgan, all of these companies which come on board for the banking sector, BFSI sector as well, where you have 27% of PPO. Rest is all on campus. Okay. Then you have all the manufacturing conglomerates and auto conglomerates from oil and gas like GE. Again, General Electric is a very known, it's been ages since they have been recruiting from NMIMS and in good numbers. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to reveal the numbers and all of those packages and the details of individual companies, but this is to give you guys a fair idea about ki, yeah, stop thinking about only the fact ki cost kitna hai. See what am I getting outside after that as well also. All right, you have pharma, media, telecom. You have amazing brands like Johnson and Johnson from the pharma coming in there, Novartis coming. Telecom, you have Vodafone, Airtel, Idea. Now it's merged, but these all companies do come on campus, which is there. Then we have logistics, power, education with 40% of PPO. You have all of these top companies like all your auto conglomerates and all of them like Mahindra. It's an amazing profile. They give you such amazing exposure in their leadership programs, right? So that's going to be really, really helpful. Then we have IT, analytics, consulting, e-commerce, all of them, right from your Amazon to IT. You have the IT consulting with IBM and Cognizant, all of these companies, right? So we have covered up all the sectors, everything which is taken care of into across the portfolio which is there. And in all of these, you have various specializations also, right? So you have huge specializations: general management, operations, marketing, finance. Okay, people, take a pause here. I'll clear up all the clutter with my drawings and everything. This map, this is all from the placement report stats of NMIMS. They have done an amazing job of giving you a reality and a clear picture about all of them, right? So when I look at, if I look at IT, analytics, consulting, startup, e-commerce, the maximum placed students are from marketing, right? If I look at finance, the maximum of them are placed in BFSI. So all the people who have this myth ki yaar MBA se finance ke liye NMIMS acha hai ya sirf marketing ke liye acha hai, yeah, marketing people end up only going and doing sales job in tier 2, tier 3 cities and all of them. That's not the case. For each stream, the percentage of students placed across the various sectors has been highlighted for your benefit. So you can map that up. Like general management, highest placement is into IT, analytics, consulting again, right? So you can get an idea about all of these things from this. So you all can take a screenshot, you all can take a pause, map this out, choose which sector, where do you think you fit in, and where do you want to aim to get on board. All right, like I said before, we'll be looking at a couple of recruitment companies coming as well also, so you can have a look at yourself. There are such amazing brands out here, right? Look at the brands which are coming on board from Topmost, Marico, yes, one of the favorite brands because I worked out there, but it's amazing program to work with the people. There is from the FMCG, you have Marico, PepsiCo, Britannia, Dabur, ITC, Too Yum, very recent, and a lot of energy coming in from these new brands which is up there. You have good brands coming like Google, Nomura, Bank of America, American Express, Aditya Birla Group, all of those top nose brands. You name the good brands which of the banks, the BFSI sector which comes in, you have tons of them, right from HDFC, ICICI, HSBC, Kotak, all of them are there. Then if you're looking at consulting, you have a lot of consultants coming up on board with your IBM, KPMG, Michael Page, all of these things. So there's everything being covered up, right? So your target should be pick and choose what is your aim, where do you want to get there, and then look at making your profile fit for each one of them. For all of the people who really are clueless about your profile and what works best, feel free to drop in the comments your profile. I'll give you guys a personal feedback in terms of what you all can do to enhance your profile to make sure you are fit for any of these brands coming on board, because they'll come in for your summers 1 month from you getting into the college. So what you do right now is going to not just help you in cracking your NMAT or your NMIMS or getting into college, but also getting a good placement, right? So that's something which is going to be essentially very, very important. All right. Now let's talk about the second most program which has been doing wonders is HR. There are a lot of people who have this question mark, is NMIMS good enough for HR? It is good, which is why they have made a separate school altogether, a separate entity, a separate college for MBA HR. So your entire process is different. Your interviews are different. Your case discussion is different. And for an HR, getting a highest CTC of 22 lakhs at an average of 15 is amazing. Okay. So people who think HR is not a high paying job, this is the fact for it as well. Okay, so now that we know the highest and the average package of the MBA HR recruiting companies on campus, let's have a look at the brands which are coming in for HR profiles. And you have such amazing profiles coming for HR. You have Aditya Birla Capital, Aditya Birla Group separately, Capgemini, Deloitte, EY, which gives you a lot of profiles of HR consultant, Michael Page, IBM, ICICI. Reliance is one of the very high payers as well also. So you get a lot of great profiles from various sectors, IT, IT, then you have your healthcare, you have your consulting, you have finance, you have FMCG, all of them being covered even for the HR program which is there, right? So you have good companies recruiting brands coming on board for the HR profiles as well. You can compare the profiles, the brands to a lot of colleges, and if you see, you can check all the placement reports. You will see that the MBA core as well as the MBA HR, some of the brands, some of the profiles are much better than what is being offered at the new IMs and the baby IMs and a couple of IMs like IIM Indore when it comes to the kind of profiles being offered, right? So pick and choose what you are looking at. What is your target? Is your goal to get that exposure, to get that industry driven Mumbai life culture and a good brand placement? Then yes, definitely NMIMS is there, but you'll have to work towards getting on there. All right. So now that if you guys have a clear idea about the placements, the stats, it helps to clear the air about should I give NMAT or not. So all the people who taking a decision to want to start preparing for NMAT because you have some more clarity right now, I'll be there to help you guys cracking these exams. We have an exclusively NMAT preparation, which I'm mentoring the students personally to get to the NMIMS, all campuses, get your targets, but you will aim for Mumbai, obviously. You have live classes, there are video lectures, ebooks. There are so many video lectures, especially there's a series of the NMAT official guide, which is like our Bible that helps us to prepare for all the types of questions. This year there's a different change in the paper pattern. You have a lot of verbal reasoning coming in. So watch the videos, understand the process towards all of them. Pick up the CATKing workbook and the booster books which are available that will help you to give more practice to these type of questions. In the live lectures, you have a lot of twice a week verbal sessions with Rahul sir, your basics right from maths to modern maths, because that's been a neglected subject. Like, unlike CAT, now you have to focus on all the sections. So we'll take care of all of them with your live classes, your pre-recorded lectures, your ebooks. Even if you don't attend a single live class, you just run through all the video lectures, you're going to be clearing NMAT and you're going to sorting it up. But you need to make sure you are with the peers. You know what the world is doing. What are your competitions studying, right? So that will help you, and that peer learning will come through your live sessions. You get to know the energy and the enthusiasm which is there. Plus we'll have mock tests all based on the new paper pattern, with no geometry, with data sufficiency questions, lot of verbal reasoning questions, no vocabulary, everything in line to the official mock by NMAT which is there, as well as paper pattern based sectional test, so that you get used to the time. Okay, NMIMS getting through is a very strategy oriented thing, right from the NMAT exam to your case discussion and personal interviews, right? So we'll take care of all of those things. The time management for your NMAT, each section wise, like 36 questions, 28 minutes for verbal, you should practice in that time management only. So all of that in the mock tests. Finally, your interview preparations, me plus a couple of other NMIMS guys who love to get people back to their alma mater will be training you guys for your interviews. Okay, so I hope this video has been helpful for all of you guys to get a fair idea about your placements, the kind of sectors, the profiles, and all of these things. Any doubts, any questions, feel free to drop in onto the comment section and I'll take them up for you guys. Stay tuned to the Everyday's NMAT Daily and don't miss that up. All right, all the best.